Hiya, it's me, Laura B at Craft and See with Laura B. How is everyone today? I am hanging in there. I am not feeling my best. I told Mitzi she got me sick, and she laughed and said, we live 16 hours apart, and I said, I don't care. I was fine. I talked to you. 3 days later, I'm sick. So you do the math. Anyway, I am brought to you by the wonderful rainy state of Washington. Here in Western Washington, it rained. Well, it kept raining and raining and raining, but in 5 days we got over 3.5 inches of rain. And then, when they told us that on Monday, it turned around and gave us another 1/2 inch. So, yay. It did not rain yesterday, so yay. We had a glorious fall day, but I was too sick to get out there and rake leaves. So I'm going to have to do that sometime today before the rain hits again. And then it's going to rain again and again and again and again and again and again. And this is why people in the Pacific Northwest have moss between our toes. Or web toes, depending on who you talk to. As a joke. Anyway, so here I am after that long ramble. Again, not feeling well. So I bought this kit. It's called Birth of Christ Folio, and it is by Carolyn's Musing. Lovely Carolyn over at Carolyn's Musing. I bought this for a specific person, and I'm not going to tell you who, but yeah, I bought this for one person in particular, but I'm going to, make it more than once. So anyway, without further ado, let us get on with the show. So I have already cut out my pieces, backed everything. I just double-sided. It has lovely backing paper. Here's one. I did print this out in regular 28 pound, and it was just obviously too thin to hold what we're going to have to do. So there's that one, and then here's my misprint. Because my printer was just not wanting to feed. But anyway, this is all on the 32 pound paper. I ended up printing everything. Pretty much everything in 45. Because, as you'll see, it needs to hold up. Anyway, so here we go. This is the base. And what we're going to do is we are just going to get started. I'm not sure. I'm trying to decide real quick if I want to ink. I'm going to say no on the inking. I hear you. I heard everybody fall over in shock. I did. But it's truth be told, I don't feel like inking. Alright, getting out my art glitter glue with my fancy dancy little dangle that Mitzi made me because I was whining and crying and moaning about how I didn't have one. And I hadn't made myself one because I didn't know where to find actual stainless steel pins. But in the end, I did buy one earlier a while back from someone across the pond, and the unfortunate thing is the pin, it was not a regular safe stick pin. It was just one piece, and then it had the little jump ring on this one piece, and well, if you know me, it's gonna end up getting dropped on its head. And within 3 weeks, it'd been dropped on its head just way too many times, and it was like, screw you, I'm done. Now, I did notice this is a little bit longer, and so I'm going to cut that down. Where be my scissors? Anyway, so how is everyone? What's going on? It's been a while since Monday. I have to say, I lost another hen. Yeah. Shoot, I can never cut straight. Dadgummit. I'm having a hard time cutting straight, people. And it wouldn't hurt. It doesn't help. I'm trying to say that I am extremely OCD about everything being straight and even. And I mean, I'm like really bad about it. So anyway, I went out yesterday. I have an automatic chicken door, one that works now. And so I don't have to go out there and open and close. So the only time I, really know what's going on is when I go up, because I cannot see much of the coop unless I, walk outside, and even then I'm only seeing a portion of it. So I actually do have to walk up and go outside. And I didn't. I mean, I did yesterday. Sorry. I can't turn my phone off because I really am waiting on a phone call that may or may not come. Anyway, so the point is, I don't have to let them in or out, and so, I don't see them first thing in the morning. So I went out there yesterday morning, earlier than I normally do, because I was like, oh my gosh, when was the last time I checked the chicken's water? So I went out there, and I'm like, okay, where's the other one? And I don't know which one, whether it was mom or daughter chicken. One of them had chronic diarrhea since a couple days after I got her, and that's when I noticed it. And anyway, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get her over it. And it's not a parasite because none of the other chickens have it. Just her. Anyway, I went out there and I'm like, wait a minute, I only have one of those chickens. And so I'm like, well, they tend to roost earlier and later and stay in bed later. Anyway, I went out there and looked in the coop, and first of all, I didn't see her, and she had deceased in a nesting box. So there was that. Anyway, all right, so here we go. This is a multi-part, obviously. Boo, boo, boo. It's going to go like this. And this is proving to be just a little bit longer than I need that. Oh, because I didn't score on the other side, too. Let me do that real quick. So that's what happened in my neck of the woods. In, a little less than a week, I lost 2 hens. And I don't know why. It can't be one of those old, broken down, busted butt, not laying hens. I have one that has barely laid since over the year that I've had her. Why it couldn't have been her that flew out the coop and gotten, or DFO'd in a nesting box. And for those of you who may not know, DFO is done fell over. They done fell over dead. Period. It's like a prison term. I don't know. Sally's dead. They done fell over. Anyway, so that's what's been going on with me. And now I'm afraid I did that one wrong, but I didn't. Okay. All right, here we go. So the wonderful thing about this kit is that the verses, excuse my sniff, come in NIV, English Standard Version, and then the King James Version. I chose NIV. And these are going to go here. I also am going to need to cut a piece out to make sure this and pick out the verses that I want, because I didn't do that. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. That one, obviously. No. There. 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 I'm just keeping, for the most part, the ones that actually pertain to the birth of Christ, and I'm just putting them in order. Okay, there. That is Isaiah. It's a prophecy. And this one. Okay, that one, that one. That one. That one. Wait. This one, this one. And we're going to put that one. I'm sorry. I should have done this in advance. I apologize. Spirit will come upon you. Then the birth. And then the shepherds. And then the Magi came after, you know, the whole, they're asking about him. And then this one. All right. So here we go. And then if I have room, I'll put those. Actually, it's going to be the first one, the prophecy, because, well, obviously that happened first. And yes, I know my Bible. One of the reasons I picked it. I think it's a new international version. I got a little fuzzy this morning on that. So, what have you all been up to in my week-long absence? Again, I'm trying really hard to get out a Monday and Friday video for right now, and if the time comes, I can squeeze in more. I shall. And as always, how's the weather in your neck of the woods? I know, people are probably like, whatever, why do you always talk about that? Because I like to know. I like to know. I've always been kind of a weather girl. You know, I had one person that's no longer in my life, but asked me snarkily, was like, oh, shoot, I just look out the window and it tells me what the weather is. And I'm like, well, bully for you. Good for you, but I like to know. We all have our own interests. Oh, wow. Hot flash, hot flash. I even turned the heat down. It's a balmy 36 degrees. I got thankfully, I was smart. I got another one of those chicken water heaters. And you stick it under the chicken water and it warms it up. Anyway. So I did that just in time. I told myself, you need to get out there before. And I think I will corner around these. It's not, I suppose it's not as important to corner around the bent part. But that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so, oops. Phew. Phew, almost put a monkey work. Gummed up the whole thing. And I forgot to get my lace out. Oh, the first time I tried to film this morning, I realized, wait a minute, you hadn't, I hadn't backed any of my papers. So, get my towel out. So now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. For unto us. Anyway, let's see. What else has been going on? Not a whole lot. And then I get myself out of whack. Okay. Isabel, are you whisper licking? She's like, when do I ever whisper lick? I find that the hardest with these waterfalls, cascading ones, is to get them lined up properly. I was so fussy about cutting these out, trying to make sure they were exactly, you know, exactly this as close to exact of the same size as I could get them. And well, you all know I have this issue with even. This almost paralyzing OCD about things being even. Ooh, 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 ooh. See? See? I am so glad I looked. Because I got it out of order. There. Here's... I really did get these out of order. Alright. I want the Isaiah again. Sorry about that. I'm just... I actually felt worse this morning when I woke up than I did when I went to bed. And that's not usually how it happens. You know? So I don't know what's going on. Isaiah. Gotta make sure I have Isaiah. Actually, Isaiah 41:10 is one of my favorites. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you know what it is, drop it in the comments. So, let's see. No. Alright. Sorry. Okay, stop. She stopped. Sometimes when I ask her if she's whisper licking, she stops. Magi. This. There. There. Make sure I'm not losing any. I'm sorry. Okay. There. I mean, I could totally look at the thing, but not, because I'm in Luke, so it's easy. These two are kind of intertwined. And then we'll use Matthew. This is Matthew. Okay, we're using Matthew first. I am so sorry. This video may drone on and on. Please, if it gets too much, put me on fast forward. But do tell me if you know what Isaiah 41:10 is. So then we're going to go, this is how the birth came about. Again, I'm trying to be very fussy and precise about how I place these so they don't look all wonky, because I don't want them to look wonky. I mean, I could offset them, but there. And so when do you start decorating for the holidays, if you decorate? I'm waiting on my string of lights to get here today. I believe they're coming today. And then I'm going to put my tree up. And when I say put my tree up, I mean I string those lights up in the vague shape of a tree, because, you know, my measurements are all over the place. My measurements are all over the place, so what do they call it? An amorphous? It comes out a little amorphous, if that's the correct terminology. Oh, yeah. See, I could have put a lot more in there, but I'm not going to. No, just stop. So this kit is beautiful, beautifamous, and fantabulous. And all the other else. I really like the colors. I like the choices you have. You know, backing papers. As you see, I chose 2. And in her video, this is the one she did for the inside, and I just decided that I wanted more. Alright, so now we're on to Or the Birth of Christ. The Cane Time. Let me see, is that looking? Yeah, not bad. And yeah, I do them upside down because it's easiest for me. So my tree hopefully will go up maybe tonight. I know, early, but I like the lights. I love the lights. I love looking at a decorated tree. Now this tree, instead of going on the wall like it did the last couple of years, it's going on the back of my bedroom door because there's a plug-in right there. And so once I do my tree, then I can... And I hang the ornaments right on the light string. You know, I make sure that I obviously string it across. There. This is as good as I can get it. See it for a half second. Oh, I have to tell you all about this guy I found on YouTube. He does both shorts and I found out this morning actual videos. He is, I don't know if he's an actual chef, but he cooks and they're cooking shorts. His name is Blake Bernard and I'm going to link him in the comment, in the bio. You really got to, or whatever it's called, description box. Y'all have got to check him out. Watching his shorts, obviously, it's a short, doesn't take that long. And he's so funny. I mean, he's just, he does this wink. he once, halfway through the video or whenever he's done something, he stands there and sideways and he gives you this wink. And I don't know what it is about the wink, but it cracks me up every time. My friend Philip came over on last Thursday and I was showing him. I'm like, oh, you gotta watch this guy. And he's like, it's the wink. And I'm like, I know. It's this wink he does. And the food looks amazing for what parts of food I like. Oh yeah, see, now I can put, and I'm gonna make another pocket seat, and I'm gonna smack it right there. Anyway, yeah. But he looks like he makes fantastic food. I was watching one just a little bit ago on, actually I might make two. Sorry, thinking to myself. But, you know, let's face it, a lot of our watch time for these shorts comes when you're, you know, on the toilet. So I'm gonna go right here with another one because I could have two under those. Anyway, he does this wink, and it's not, obviously not the same cheese that he does this with and cooks with, but he throws the cheese on the ceiling and it sticks. And then, you know, whenever he needs a cheese sometimes he'll look up and go, whew, because it's still sticking. Obviously, he doesn't use the same cheese that he threw up on the ceiling. But then he'll like look up and he'll count or something, and the cheese falls, and he's like got this knife, and he's like, whoosh, whoosh, and all of a sudden, the next thing you see is the cut cheese or shredded or however it is falling where he wants it to go. I mean, I just, highly entertaining, very entertaining man. I encourage you to go check him out. His name is Blake Menard, and he's Canadian. And I'm not sure where in Canada he's at. I think maybe Toronto, because all I know is he wears a Phillies hat. And he says, yes, I really do throw the cheese on the ceiling. Now, I find that funny because back in 1980 something, when I was babysitting my little cousins during the summer, my cousin Kenny, the oldest of them, he loved Velveeta cheese, and I at the time thought Velveeta was gross. I thought it was gross until I moved to Texas and found queso. Anyway, oh, crud. Well, I could make that. No, I'm not going to make that work because I wanted it a different way. Dang it. I want it to go like this. So, yeah. Okay. You know me and directionally challenged people. Anyway. So, I took that cheese, and I didn't know what I was talking about. I was like 15, 14. Really, because I'd never had Velveeta before, and I just thought it was disgusting. And I took it, and I'm like, it sticks to the wall. I didn't know that for sure. I just said that. And then I threw it against the wall, and it stuck. So obviously, I find this guy with the throwing the cheese on the ceiling highly, highly entertaining. Just cracks me up. I never said I wasn't weird. Don't even think that I didn't say I wasn't weird. Anyway, if you want something quick to watch when you're wasting time doing whatever, check them out. I kind of... Oh, I did it again. I just cannot do that. I just can't do that. Maybe I didn't have room for two anyway. Dang it. I wanted it to go like that. And a pocket in a pocket. Okay, so if I go this way on the front, it should work, right? I'm determined now. Please put me on fast forward. No, I'm going to do it wrong. No, I'm not. It is not easy being directionally challenged, people. It really isn't. And so now I'm going to have to go on the inside of that so you don't see the pencil marks. See, everybody gets on the struggle bus. You get on the struggle bus, and you get on the struggle bus, and you get on the struggle bus, and everybody gets on the struggle bus. It's like the really sad version of Oprah's Everybody Gets a Car. There we go. There. Yes, see, I did it. I did it. Why I'm doing this, because you're just going to put a tiny little card in it, but hey, tiny little card is better than no card. Alright, let's do it this way. Sorry, this is what happens when you craft when you're not feeling well. I think I told you that I started this video and then realized I hadn't backed any of the cards or anything that I wanted to back, or cut out the fussy cuts. So, I had to stop and then do that and then come back and start over again. There we go. I can be taught. I'm telling you, it's embarrassingly, obviously embarrassing how bad my... Oh, I just can't get over myself. I mean, you gotta laugh sometimes, right? What's the alternative? You're gonna get mad? Cry about it? Blame somebody else for it? Won't my mommy be so proud of me? Bringing home my... Ooh, come on. Bumblebee. I was trying to get that centered and I didn't. Oops, don't go so rough with the baby. See, now it's wonky. Oh well, it's okay if it is wonky. Stop! What I'm going to do now is, and I could have done that, and I should have done that. So if I can do that. You know, I'm just going to leave it for now. I might fix that later, but not right now. I'm not going to waste our time on that. Oh boy. Alright, so cards. Here's that part. I'm going to actually do that part. I think. There's this, and that. I'm going to come over here with this. I guess it doesn't matter. Yep. Good. It's straight. Sorry. Quiet thinking. For all of you that aren't all up in your head about everything being even or straight, well, you're very, very blessed in that department. I'll tell you that much. There, and I didn't round those corners. See? So it's all over the place. I sure hope you're going to like this. You who don't know who you are yet. And it's very flippy flappy, and I love the flippies and the flappies. If you didn't know, I sure do. I love the interactiveness of it. Okay, there's that. And then, shoot, careful, going off the rails. I have that issue sometimes when I'm fussy cutting. It's like I go off the rails and then sometimes I can't get back on the rails. And so it ends up being a tossed, depending on how badly I can go off. All right, there's that. And I will have to rig something up there. Well, there's going to be a little gap there because there's no way to even it up on the ends and the sides without having that little tiny gap. So this is how it's going to go together. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's so pretty. Alright. Okay. Oh, we still, see, we still have more pockets to go. And these, where'd they go? These I'm going to put in here. Or whichever side they're supposed to go in. There. There's that. And that. And then... Yep, here they are. And I think she constructed it a little bit differently than I am. No, no, no. Where to go? Where did I put it? These are not it. See, I had them all, there it is. I had them all separated. These are supposed to go. No. You cannot line those up. Top one. Singing that bumblebee. Bring home a baby bumblebee. Nope. Red. This is the one thing I did not think about. Didn't even occur to me to make sure they're just cut right here. Nope. Still not. Boy, that is just... I'm wondering if my dog's not feeling so good, because it's not way, yeah it is. It's past her doggy food doggy time. And it's been sitting up there for a good over an hour and a half. Usually I feed her at 8 and 5, but I wanted to film. There we go. This is just going to be good enough. Good enough to move on. That's what I got to tell myself. Huh. Weird. It was just that one that didn't want to fit. So apparently this one will be my prototype. Or not. Always fix it in post. Right? We can always fix it in post. Ugh. Alright, so there and there, and now we're opening here, and these are small enough. Maybe she intended these to go there. Probably, and I had to do different. Oh well. to make sure I wasn't gonna, you know, like glue the picture out of order. Because, you know, you can deviate as much as you want, but if it's obviously meant to go in one direction and you choose another direction, and then it just kind of looks funny. Yep. Yes, 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 yes. This is one of the hazards of not making the prototype. And I did have one person ask me once, why do you make a prototype? And I'm like, because you work out the kinks. Or not. I moved my camera back a little bit, so I'm trying not to get my head in the way. So you can't see all the gray. Not that I'm upset that I have gray hair. They say it's gray, but it actually is silver. I know. I'm sorry. That's the one thing I can say is, yay, I may have gone gray very early. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. At least it's pretty. Damn, darn it. Dang. All right. So, as you can see, mistakes have been made. Sometimes deviations don't need to be deviated. And here's a pocket. And there's a pocket. Yes, yes, yes. And now we have pockets there. Oh, look, and this time it barely fits. Arg. Oh well, that can be cut. Oh my gosh. I thought this was going to go together so smooth. It looks so straightforward. And then, you know, then Lori comes along. And here's a little Holy Family with somebody I don't know. So we'll put this one, see if this one goes down. Nope. All right, so these are going to have to be cut. Here are all the cards. A Savior is born. I'm definitely going to have to rethink this. And I'm obviously going to make it again. Now I could Velcro this just to keep it down. I don't know for sure. There is an enclosure, but, well, I was on the struggle bus way too long to make you sit through any more of this. Anyway, sorry about this. This is what happens when, well, you don't do a prototype and you're not feeling very well. If you like what you have seen today, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. I could use a happy today. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment in the comment box, even if it's a smiley face or even a frowny face. Anything gets my little channel noticed, so, you know, trolls will be ignored, but happily because you gave me a comment. So, hey, that helps. And on that note, I bid you all adieu and peace out. Bye-bye.